Well, how's everybody doing this fine day? I want to do a two for Tuesday, so I'd like to give a shout out to Tom over at Knife Delights. I imagine that everybody on my channel is watching him too. If you're not, that is a channel you definitely need to go to. He does a lot of cleanup videos, but he also does a lot of history. So let me get on with what I'm doing. I picked up this knife a while back, and it is a Wilbert. Let's see if I can. There it is. It's Wilbert Cutlery Company, Chicago. This knife is a brand, it's a store brand for Sears and Roebuck between 1908 and 1921. This one here is actually in very good condition for what it is. It's 3 5/8 long. It's got a spear point. Wore down a little bit, but still usable. That pin blade is gone. I mean, somebody just sharpened the daylights out. It'd be good for whittling though. Then I'm sure you just heard it. It's got half stops and very strong half stops too. I mean, this thing is, the fit and finish on this thing after all those years, over 100 years, is as good as any of the new knives I bought. It's nice and smooth, especially with the wood handles like this. Really some beautiful ebony. No gapping, no light shows through the other side. It's just a very well built knife, which is something I would expect from it. There were two companies that made Wilbert knives for Sears. A couple others, but they didn't make a lot of them. Empire is one of them, and the other one is Napanoch. Napanoch. Anyway, Napanoch, Indian name. And both of them are extremely collectible. But I found this knife, or an exact duplicate to it, the flute and the bolsters, the shape, the 3 pins, with a celluloid handle made by Empire. And the book that I got out of, I was wanting to buy, and they ended up selling it to somebody else before I could get to it. But it is really a very, very well made knife. And I'm assuming it was made by Empire. And the only example I've got of an Empire is this one. Now this one is 3 1/8, but it's just as smooth. The fit and finish is just as good as on that knife. Of course, this one hasn't been used, so you'd almost expect it. Empire, Winsted, Connecticut. Really a nice little knife. Came from the same collector I got most of my Imperials from. But it's got some of the prettiest handle material I've seen in a long time. I like those little tip bolsters too. Yeah. Really nice little knife. But I would imagine that both of these knives were made by Empire. If it was somebody else, if it's Napanoch, I wouldn't mind that either. Both of them are two of the most collectible knives I've seen. They're real hard to find, and when you do find them, they're expensive. This one I got for a song. I don't think the guy had a clue what he had. I only got paid like $30 for this one. But thought you might be interested in seeing it. You guys have a nice day. Thank you.